Nash, I think I recognize this place. We're getting closer. I'm with you. I know exactly where we're at.
I'm gonna ask this once, and one time only. So you better answer immediately. I'm not gonna ask again.
What do you want? Let us go!
Listen, I wanna know where Eddie is. Him and I parted ways a long time ago, but I'm on a very high note. And I wanna know where he is. So tell me.
So you want to hurt Eddie because of something that happened a long time ago? That's absolutely ridiculous. Why can't you two just make up? And also, how are you talking so human-like? You're a zombie. You're not supposed to talk this human-like.
Well, you see, I'm not like other zombies. My name is Xane.
Well, Xane, let us go. We don't have anything to do with Eddie, and I don't know where he is, come to think of it. He's been gone out of the house for a while, probably, because I haven't seen him around. But that's normal. He goes out for walks all the time.
So he's out of the house, isn't he?
Also, dude, how did you even know that Eddie was around here?
I followed him for years. I always wanted to see if he remembered me, or ever talked about missing me, and never once did.
Well, you mentioned earlier that you guys left on a bad note. I'd assume that's the reason for that, I guess.
You don't understand. I haven't mentioned that he's the reason we split. I've always cared about him, but one day he decided he didn't want to be around me anymore, and he abandoned me, which took a toll on my mental health. And I've been following him every day, and he hasn't spoken a word about me yet. The only thing I seek is revenge.
Listen, untie us. There's a better way to resolve things. You don't always have to resort to violence like this, dude. Just chill out. We've been through too many people like this in the zombie apocalypse, and what happened to them? Well, they didn't like it, and they didn't live to tell the tale.
I'm sorry I didn't hear you.
Listen, fine. Go search for him. It's not gonna end well, though. Just untie us, man.
No. Not at least. At least until I find Eddie first. And I get my revenge. By the way, this knife.
What are you on about?
It doesn't matter. You'll find out soon enough. Unless I get my revenge on Eddie.
I'm so tired. What the crap happened?
Here, just untie us.
Okay. Oh, it's a zombie. I gotta get a knife. Okay. You want some? Come and get it. What? I don't see anything. Well, that's sad. He must have gotten away. Yeah. Gosh, what is it? Frank, are you okay? What's wrong, guys? Mom, something happened to Frank. I don't know what happened. I must have had something to do with that Xane guy. And, well, come to think of it, I think I... Eddie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Eddie. Eddie, can you hear me? Eddie, I'm sorry. It just had to be this way, and you know it did. Eddie.
Eddie? Eddie! You good?
No, yeah, I'm fine. It's having flashbacks to something that happened a while back. It's nothing. Eddie, you know, if there's something happening, you can tell us. We're your friends. Oh, no, I know you're not going to keep anything from me, Eddie. We're best friends. We've always have been, and we will be to the very end. You can tell me literally anything. You've told me about so much, and I've never thought any less of you because of it. And I never will. That was never going to change, Eddie. I know, it's not that. Listen, I just don't want to talk about it. I just don't want to think about it. We understand, Eddie. It's going to be okay. We just got to take Frank inside. No offense, Owen. You're the heaviest thing on the planet. Is everything going all right? Hey, you can't just say no offense and then say something that's literally offensive. Isn't that literally the point? Whatever. Just focus on the situation right now. Looks like you all made it. Here, let me explain. So that's what it is. Well, I'm glad you're not forcing yourself to tell us if you don't want to, Eddie. I'm glad you're keeping it to yourself if that's what you feel like you need to do for right now. But someday, I want to know. We all want to know. No disrespect or anything, but someday you should tell all of us, because now is not really the time with this whole Xane situation going on, so I understand why you feel this way. But eventually, you need to tell us all about the situation so we can help you get through it. You can't just be a coward. Of course, I don't mean anything bad by that. I understand. You're completely right. But right now, let's focus on taking Frank inside. Huh. What? Whoa! Huh? So it seems like Eddie won't tell you guys the full story. I'll just do it myself then.
Why, you little... What did you do to Frank? What are you doing, bro?
Stand back and let me tell you the full story.
Full story to what? Nothing gives you the right to do what you just did to our friend.
Told you once and I'll tell you again. Calm down. Let me tell you the full story.
Can you please just stop repeating yourself like that? Yeah, tell us why you did that to our friend. Yeah, even though there's no good excuse as to why you would ever do something like that.
Yeah, is he even conscious? That's enough.
Eddie, are you really gonna side with him?
Let him talk. We can judge afterwards.
Yeah, that's fair.
Come forth, Eddie. Long time no see. Come back with me.
What?
You heard me. We can start over. We don't have to do this.
I thought you were here to tell your story, not to convince me to come back to a psychopath like you.
There's your problem right there. You see me as no one other than a psychopath. When in reality, I'm the best friend you could ever ask for.
Tell your story already. Tell it for everyone here. I bet they'll all side with me too. You're crazy, you're a lunatic. I don't want you to hurt my friends. I don't want you to hurt me. I don't want you to hurt anyone. I want you to explain your story, so they'll get the heck away from you. Just like I did. Just like me.
You were the one I could relate to. We would constantly talk about how we felt. We never held back our feelings. We felt like we could actually be ourselves around each other and could be genuine towards each other. We were so close, we got along every day of the week. It wasn't until Eddie made a new friend. And I didn't like his new friend, because what he saw in Eddie was the exact same thing I saw in him. He started to get along well too. But I didn't like it. Nobody was stealing my friend. My one and only friend and the person I cared about, so I ended his life. They say that the average person can only use 10% of their brain. I did some testing. I learned that I could tap into 50%. I was just really smart. I learned how to access a flow state even. It helped me fight, even without even thinking. Just shut my mind off, and my body would move on its own. I was unstoppable. I couldn't be beat. I couldn't be touched. It helped me survive in the apocalypse. That's why I wanted to be by Eddie's side at all times, and I wanted him all to myself. Because I really cared about him, and I knew that nobody would be able to protect him the way I could. After Eddie yelled at me and left, I followed him in secret. It appears he never remembered me. I'm here to take him back, to refresh his memory, and to kill each and every one of you guys. I don't want nobody betraying him or trying to hurt him. I do not trust a single one of you guys. Even after spying on you all of these years, I will not let you hurt him. I know I said I wanted revenge, but now that we're here, I just figured I'd explain the full story and tell you the truth. I originally tied you up to make sure that you couldn't hurt Eddie until I found him. I would have then left him, leaving the rest of you to rot. You got lucky I found him, though, because if I didn't, I would have come back and killed every one of you.
Then how'd you wind up getting turned into a zombie in the first place? So much for being unstoppable, yeah?
I realized that if I got turned into a zombie, I could become even stronger. Your brain holds back most of your power, so I sacrificed it.
Frank!
My head hurts. He knocked me out. See, Eddie? All of this is for you. You should appreciate that. Guys. You need to leave this place immediately.
Eddie, no, you can't be serious. You're crazy. We need to fight with you, by your side. We're not gonna let anything happen to you.
Said go. Said take everybody with you and leave this place.
Why, Eddie?
Things are about to get nasty beyond anything you guys have ever seen. It's gonna be a bloodbath. Take them inside, Gage, right now.
Are you really sure? Hurry!
Guys. Come on. Let's go, I guess. Different from most zombies. You sound a lot different. Along with everything else, of course. Of course I'm different. I mean, you both know that by now. All of you guys do. I put on that act because, well, I just know it'd draw attention faster because you guys have brains that have gotten so used to zombies being a threat. You knew to pay attention if you heard a zombie-like voice. If I talked to you in that way, you would feel more threatened. That was the plan, Eddie. It was all so that you would listen closely because you know I mean business. Calling you out in the forest and stuff. It was you. You were the one that was calling me in the forest and screaming my name all that time? It seems you've pinned the tail on the horse. You douchebag. Don't blame me. Blame your stupid, pathetic, idiotic brain. You shut up. What? Oh, we're friends, Eddie. Don't try to fight me. I did that little trick to all of your stupid friends, too. They were all shaking so much. It was quite amusing. But don't you say that. Pipsqueak. You cannot hurt me. It is impossible. Oh, yeah? More talking, less fighting, jerk. Let's get this over with. You really do not know when to quit.